Oprah legitimized the notorious sex criminal Zhao Tashira, aka John of God, as a miraculous faith healer, one who could cure cancer, giving him international recognition. Zhao Tashira is now serving 19 years in prison for the rape of 4 women.
I actually get a few chills from the story. I done extra research into John of God, doing a few more articles, and this guy's connected to some supernatural entity or something. Like, there's something going on.
He is facing additional cases related to several sex crimes, including keeping teenage women as sex slaves in underground mines, forcing them to have his children, and selling their babies internationally for tens of thousands of dollars before murdering the women after about 10 years of childbirth.
Anyway, Oprah Winfrey and her BFF. The man in this photo is, quote, John of God. Oprah promoted him as a miracle healer. This man kept women chained to impregnate so he could sell their babies for organs, adrenochrome harvesting for sex trafficking, for satanic sacrifice, and who knows what else.
Oprah shuts down sex trafficking arrest rumors. The media mogul takes to Twitter to respond to awful rumors stating she had been arrested. After finding out her name was trending on social media, she decided to address the rumors.
He was arrested in December of 2018. Did you hear about it in the mainstream media? No.
Oprah tweets, "Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true. Haven't been raided or arrested. Just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody." Conspiracy theory surfaced online claiming that Oprah had been arrested in connection with an alleged sex trafficking ring and that her house had been raided. Many fans and Oprah's famous friends are coming to her defense.
There are more photos of Oprah and John of God. This is John of God and Maria Donovich.
Oprah runs her own leadership academy for girls in Africa, a $40 million school for disadvantaged girls.
In a scandal that sounds more like a conspiracy thriller than reality, explosive allegations have ignited a firestorm of controversy around Oprah Winfrey, the once untouchable icon now at the center of a swirling maelstrom of shocking claims. Rumors have erupted that this media mogul, famed for her uplifting talk shows and philanthropic endeavors, may be entangled in a sordid web of sex trafficking, abuse, and criminal complicity alongside powerhouse figures like Diddy. According to anonymous sources and whispers in dark corners of the internet, documents gathered nearly 78 months ago hinted at a meticulously orchestrated scheme. It appears that behind the polished image of celebrity philanthropy lies a seedy underworld where exploitation thrives. One of the most incendiary claims involves John of God, a so-called miracle healer once promoted on Oprah's platform. Now, exposed as a convicted molester and the alleged ringleader of a human trafficking network involved in organ harvesting and occult practices, his association with Winfrey has sparked a frenzy. Critics argue that her endorsement helped legitimize his heinous activities, setting the stage for further abuse.
How dirty do you think Oprah is?
I think she's as dirty as what falls out of her in that toilet from that Zempic. They say you are what you eat. She full of diarrhea.
But the shockwaves don't end there. Insiders allege that former associate Allie Carter, a victim of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, has publicly accused Winfrey of more than just passive endorsement. She was supposedly complicit in covering up a cascade of abuse that targeted vulnerable individuals, including minors. The language of these claims is visceral and damning, painting a picture of a glamorous empire built on a foundation of exploitation.
I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had because we knew a list of people were about to get got.
What's up with TD Jakes? Where TD Jakes been? Because he was at them parties.
Yeah, I know. He's blessing that baby oil. I bet they did have to rub him down with that special blessed oil. All that, man. And you gotta get on that. You don't want that snapping. You know what I'm saying? That somebody might fly. You know.
You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day. So thank you so much for listening. We gotta go and tie up some things and then we'll be back. But we gotta move. Because we don't want to be sitting ducks. Not that that does anything. It just disturbs our peace one more time and it's bullshit.
You never seen him twerk? when Tyler Perry laid hands on him and said he was giving him a couple $100,000, and he started twerking, and he was twerking on the dais, and the woman pushed the baby out, pushed the baby in the church.
I'm not the only one. There are too many victims. Victims that you don't even know their name. Victims that you'll never hear their laugh. Victims that you'll never know who the hell they were because everybody was so busy bouncing to their music. Didn't I tell you? Music is a diary. Are you now figuring that out? If you're listening, it's one thing when you hear it and you feel it. When you feel it, you can actually hear it.
His son got arrested for doing strange things in the park after dark with men. His daughter got a problem with babysitting and giving people their children back. And the man that she married likes touching the children that she forgets to return.
Adding fuel to the inferno, long-standing controversies involving other high-profile figures have now been dragged into the spotlight. Oprah's past connections with figures like Harvey Weinstein, and even the enigmatic Jeffrey Epstein, are stirring a hornet's nest of speculation.
First guy that had them.
What names are on these flight logs?
I mean, they go anywhere from like Bill Clinton to, it goes all the way up the food chain.
Celebrities?
A lot of celebrities like Kevin Spacey, who we've since discovered is a twisted, sick individual. Now, Bill Gates, yes. The cover story on Bill Gates was that he met Epstein in 2011. The Evening Standard published an article on Jeffrey Epstein in 2001. And it said that Bill Gates and Epstein were doing business in the 90s. And Tom Hanks and Oprah.
What about Chris Tucker, the comedian? Because I said his name was on the flight logs, is that correct?
Chris Tucker, yeah, he was on the flight logs. Tucker, Spacey, and Clinton went on the same trip to South Africa.
You believe there was children involved with Prince Andrew?
Yeah.
I want to tell you this. I was in the same tier, the same cell that Epstein was on. And Suge, there's no way in hell that guy could have committed suicide on that tier. I was in there for 7 months. There's no way.
And coming from you, I know you didn't know the truth. And I personally didn't think he was going to commit suicide. But the thing is, he had Oprah Winfrey to everybody on that island. You know, anybody with a weird fetish, and that's what underage kids, was on that island, and everybody knew it. So it's not like it's a situation where all of a sudden, maybe there's been a talk, and you know as well as I know, by you being on the same tier as him, he probably was going to tell it all himself. You know?
No doubt in my mind at all.
And they made sure he did.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way he could have done it, you know.
Though direct evidence linking her to Epstein's notorious island remains elusive, the insinuations are enough to cast a dark shadow over her legacy. With every leaked tweet and anonymously sourced document, the story grows more tangled, leaving many to wonder if the revered talk show host is merely a pawn in a larger, sinister game. The scandal deepens with revelations from Oprah's Leadership Academy for Girls in Africa, a $40 million institution once celebrated as a beacon of hope. Recent reports of staff misconduct, inadequate background checks, and even a high-profile case involving a dormitory matron accused of abusing teenage students have left the institution's reputation in tatters. In a rare public admission, Winfrey acknowledged that, despite rigorous measures, the screening process failed to fully protect the vulnerable, a statement that has done little to quell the growing outrage.
Oprah Winfrey has spoken for the first time about the arrest of a dormitory matron at her Leadership Academy for Girls near Johannesburg in South Africa.
This has been one of the most devastating, if not the most devastating experience of my life. Like all such experiences, there's always much to be gained, and I think there's a lot to be learned.
The 27-year-old matron was released on bail after being charged with the alleged abuse of 6 students, aged between 13 and 15, and one of 23.
I think that knowing what I know now, the screening process was inadequate, although I do know that for every person that is hired at the school, there is both a criminal and a civil background check.
she emerged from the courthouse with a blanket over her head to find hordes of media waiting for her. Miss Winfrey says that although rigorous checks were carried out on staff at the school, with hindsight, they clearly didn't go far enough.
But I was not directly responsible or in charge, although the buck always stops with me. But we are going to redefine what that position should mean and what the qualifications for that position should be.
As celebrities and critics alike weigh in, some with scathing social media posts and others with damning personal testimonies, the question looms large: how much of this scandal is a case of guilt by association, and how much reveals a hidden, darker truth beneath the glitz and glamour of Hollywood? One thing is clear: if these allegations hold any truth, they signal a reckoning that could shatter the public's trust in one of its most beloved cultural icons. The fallout from these revelations is set to send shockwaves throughout the industry, leaving a trail of broken trust and shattered illusions in its wake.
Let's go back to the Golden Globes for a second. Oprah is now being criticized for her speech that night by a very unlikely star.
Me too.
3 days after Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution."
Please welcome Seal!
The 54-year-old who's appeared on Oprah's show captioned his post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right, you'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses, my bad." While Weinstein maintains his innocence, Seal hasn't commented further, and Oprah has not responded.
This moment is a really powerful time for everybody to get woke.
Fans have come to her defense, pointing out Winfrey is a sexual assault survivor. They also posted pics of Seal's ex, Heidi Klum, kissing Weinstein too.
How are you?
I am here.
Because my main account is banned, where all of my Diddy blind items from this month are, I'm just gonna do all the March 2024 Diddy blind items so we can see the lead up to this. Starting off March 1st, and this is Little Rodney Jones, Sean Diddy Combs, and this is the male victim that came forward. It's pretty easy to tell that whoever wrote the recent lawsuit against the wannabe rapper / producer reads this website on a pretty regular basis. They even use some of the same clues in their blind items. And I said before, and I'm saying again, no, that's because the blind item has been recording crimes that have been reported to them instead of the police for the past fucking 20 years. And they just corroborate the actual little crimes that, 3 homes got raided for today because of. Okay, this next one's also from March 1st. They call Diddy Mr. Freakoff. Mr. Freakoff isn't the only one who asked for straight men to be delivered to his hotel room when he is in London. Just ask the Unlocked blogger, and that's Jason Lee, and the weather boxer, Floyd Mayweather. This British rapper, and that's Giggs, and the socialite with the star in his name target dealers who want the extra cash, who are sure to be discreet because they have girlfriends. This is why the powerful rapper, and that's 50, is always mocking them, and why they're too afraid to say anything back. He's seen the videos.